Hello, peace everyone. Welcome to your 10-minute full body vinyasa class. Whenever you're ready, we're going to start at the top of our mat in a mountain pose. So we're going to start by generously bending our knees, and we're going to inhale, rolling our shoulders back. Exhale, straighten our legs, reaching all the way up with our arms. We're going to inhale as we cactus those arms and reaching our chest up into the heavens. Exhale, reaching back up, straightening those legs, and placing our hands beside us. Good. We're going to do this about 2 more times. So inhale, bending those legs, rolling those shoulders back. Exhale, straighten those legs, reaching up with the arms. Inhale, cactus arms, reaching the chest up. Exhale, reaching all the way back up with those arms and lowering them down by your side. One last time, bending those legs generously, rolling the shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, reaching up, straightening those legs. Inhale, cactus arms, opening up that chest. Exhale, reaching back up with those arms and lowering them back down beside you. Good. So from here, we're just going to fold forward over those legs. You are more than welcome to keep them bent if you'd like. Just doing whatever suits you today. We're here in a forward fold. We're going to grab a hold of our elbows and just swing side to side here in ragdoll. Just allowing gravity to take over. Allowing your head to hang heavy. And coming to a pause with those swings, we're going to release our hands down into the earth. We're going to keep our left hand planted into the earth, bending that left leg, keeping the right leg extended, and reaching up with that right arm, opening up that chest once again. So your arm can be shooting up towards the heavens, or you can bind it by your left hip. Taking a deep inhale here. Exhale, if your arm is in a bind, go ahead and release that bind, meeting me back in a neutral forward fold. And reversing to the other side, so bending that right leg now, reaching up with that left arm, opening up that chest and taking a bind if you choose to. Take an inhale here. And exhale, returning back to a neutral forward fold. We're going to plant our hands onto the earth now and stepping our feet back to a high plank. Once we get here, just gently lowering our knees down to the earth and lowering our belly onto the earth as well, bringing our elbows into our body. So we're here on our belly. We're going to sit ourselves up into a Sphinx pose. So opening up that chest and resting on our elbows and forearms here. So staying grounded in that left arm, we're going to bend that right knee in, bringing the foot in towards our glutes and using our right hand to gently push our foot closer to our glutes. Finding stability and balance, strengthening and stretching at the same time. And go ahead and release that leg back down and reversing to the other side. So grounding that right forearm, bending in that left leg and using that left hand to press that foot closer towards your glutes. Inhale here and release back down. Good. So we're going to extend our arms out to the sides in a large cactus pose. We're going to lower our forehead down into the earth. We're going to inhale using our fingertips to press our chest up in a cobra pose. And exhale, release back down, forehead meeting the earth once again. And pressing into our fingertips, inhale, cobra. And exhale, release. Good. So bringing our hands closer to our bodies once again and tucking our toes underneath, we're going to use the pressure to press ourselves up into a high plank. And once we get here, just shifting our hips back to downward facing dog. You can take your time, maybe walk your feet out here, really connecting to the flow of movement, remembering that our body never stops moving. We are always alive, always in action, alternating between rooting each heel. And when you're ready, rooting both heels in a neutral downward dog, keeping our hands planted into the earth. We're going to roll our spine out to a high plank. And from here, bending our knees generously and rolling our spine back up to a downward dog. So taking a couple spinal flows here. You're more than welcome to take it slow, just listening to your own body. And this looks different on anyone, so feel free to take any variation that calls to you. We're just articulating our spine here. Taking about 2 more of these. And when you're ready, meeting me back in a neutral downward dog, rooting our heels. We're going to inhale as we lift that right leg up into our 3-legged dog. And exhale, bringing it through in between your hands and lowering down onto that left knee. So we're here in a low lunge. And once we get here, we're going to shift our hips forward even more, keeping our left hand planted onto the earth and picking up that right toe behind us with our right hand. So getting a deep stretch in those anterior parts of our hips. Maybe feeling it in our hip flexors, and utilizing your breath to guide you down deeper into this pose. Becoming aware of your shoulders as well, making sure they're not tense. And go ahead and release that foot back down onto the earth, using your hands to shift your glutes back behind you in a half split. Bringing attention to your right hamstring now, maybe pointing and flexing that right foot, opening up those hips, those hamstrings. And shifting your hips back forward, using your hands pressing on the earth. We're going to lift our glutes all the way up into a pyramid pose. So both toes are facing the top of the mat. Your left hip is shining forward, your right hip is pulling back. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale, stepping that left foot in to meet the right in a forward fold. Good. Planting your hands on the earth, stepping back to a high plank, lowering down into chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, rooting your heels first, and then inhale as you lift that left leg up into 3-legged dog. Exhale, bringing it through, lowering down onto that right knee. Finding your low lunge, and when you're ready, picking up that right foot with the left hand. Sinking deeper and deeper. And finding the ground with that foot once again, shifting your hips back. Half split, maybe pointing and flexing that foot. Bringing attention to your hips and your hamstrings. Allow yourself to open up. And shifting forward back to your low lunge, tucking those right toes underneath, lifting your hips all the way up to your pyramid pose. Once again, returning back to your hamstrings. Wherever there's tension, intentionally release. Turning pain into pleasure. And stepping in that right foot in to meet the left. Generously bending our legs once we get here and rolling up our spine 1 vertebrae at a time. meeting me in a mountain pose. And once you get there, opening up your palms, ready to receive the blessings that today has in store for you. Thank you all so much for joining me in our 10-minute full body vinyasa flow. I'll see you in the next video. Blessings.